Buonasera, buonasera, buonasera. Benvenuti, benvenuti in questa live serale horror di Black Mirror 2. Ok, ok, guardiamo un attimo qua. Ok, dopodiché, appunto, gioco vecchio. Vediamo. Qui gioco vecchio, sarà questa la schermata? Penso di sì. Vedremo dopo. Intanto vi ricordo che attualmente online c'è la Tapas Band con Sanremo, Solo Umido con Games and Dance, Simulare che passione con giochi retro, Tagishi con Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 2, Gabriel Domino con giochi retro, Man Gabbo Live con Hey Hades, Constantine con Football Manager 2022, Kala con Fallout, Kate con Identity 5. Molto bene. Allora, ci portiamo nel gioco, di conseguenza, chi sta giocando a cosa? Qui c'ho persone che stanno giocando a giochi. Ok, e adesso questo gioco lo stiamo portando una sera sì e una sera no. E Ante e Felici. Fatto danno, fatto danno. Sai cosa succede se faccio F12? Niente. Se faccio F10, ok, gli spaventi. Carica partita. Eravamo arrivati al 2022. 0108 no, 0120. Eravamo arrivati al capitolo 2. Ok, non mi ricordo assolutamente che cosa dovevamo fare. Mm. Apri il diario. Mm. Mm. Vedere un'occhiata nella sua stanza. Ok. Delle fatti di pane non ho paura di usarle. Andiamo all'hotel.
Get lost, you damn critters! Get off my veranda!
The seagulls seem to like the veranda just as much as the hotel owner does.
Ah, quanto si sono messi di precisi.
pick up the bread, or else it's gonna make food for just one bird. I'll press a little around here.
So già che fine fagli fare al pane. Quanto ti è corso? Hitchcock?
I gotta wait for the porter.
Guarda quanto stealth!
Got it. The key for room number... Behind this are the private rooms.
Ok, andiamo al piano di sopra.
She only drank non-alcoholic drinks in the diner yesterday. Angelina is about as good with alcohol as I am. Nice work. There were skilled craftsmen across the whole region all those years back. They brought all their experience and designs from Europe and supplied the whole of the States from here. This isn't exactly my taste, and I can't find anything to help me any further.
Ok.
There should be a pipe behind the ventilator grill which leads outside. There won't be any AC in this building. But there's probably a fan in the pipe which draws in the fresh air. I can't see anything else from here. I can't take the hotel room to pieces without a good reason.
Accendiamo la lampada.
What's this then?
Come topicca le cose.
I don't believe it. A microphone. A listening device. The bastards bugged Angelina. There's no cable on it. It must have a little transmitter, but such a tiny transmitter can't have much of a range. That means there has to be an amplifier or a more powerful transmitter around here. A ventilation shaft could be a good hiding. There should be a pipe behind the ventilator grill which leads out. There should be a pipe.
Guarda meglio.
I knew it. A radio set. The bug only needs to transmit a few meters, and then this powerful set amplifies the signal and sends it on to wherever. Apart from that, there's nothing else.
Where have you come from? What do you think you're doing?
You
Can't just march through the rooms. This is a discreet, familial hotel. Where is the key for room 5? Miss Morgan's room. You've got it. Give it here, immediately. Don't let the police hear about this, for heaven's sake.
Ok.
And now get out! I never want to see you here again!
Quanto...
If you just...
Don't!
Man, was he upset or what? Doesn't matter. I've got everything I wanted and I don't need to go back into the hotel again.
Fatta. È che siamo partiti col piede giusto.
You questioned Mrs. Bibo, right? Did you get any more info?
That's highly confidential. I can't tell you anything about it.
Any new findings that exonerate Angelina?
Unfortunately, not. Mr. and Mrs. Biba were at home and didn't see or hear anything.
Did Mrs. Biba admit that she was being blackmailed?
That's going too far, Darren. The interrogation findings are not supposed to be public.
Do you still believe the guy is clean?
No, I don't believe he is. You were right, Darren. He's got something to do with this.
And yet you still let him go?
Well, I had no choice. He answered my questions. I couldn't prove his involvement. But we'll know more soon, once we've searched the basement and spoken to Mrs. Biba.
So tell me, what came out of the inspection of Fuller's basement?
I'm not allowed to tell you any details. But between you and me, there's a lot of people with good reason to cut Fuller up. It's perverse what he did in his basement.
Aia.
But that's not enough for you to release Angelina.
The whole thing stinks. But I don't know what role Miss Morgan had to play in it. As long as that's unclear, we've got to keep her locked up. She was the one we caught with the knife in her hand.
But she...
I promise you we won't focus so much on her this time. We'll investigate all the possibilities. You've helped us, and I won't ask you where you got the information that's put us on the right track. But you've got to keep out of this now. If Angelina isn't the murderer, then the murderer is still at large, and that could be dangerous for you.
Looks like a normal radio. But I don't really know. I could ask Eddie. He sure knows about these things.
A Eddie? Quindi andiamo dal vecchietto.
You're an expert on radio equipment, right? Can you tell me what this is?
Who the hell?
Darren. Can you help me or not? It's important.
Well, that's a plain old transmitter. Cheap Asian trash.
I found that thing in a ventilation shaft in a young woman's hotel room. What kind of range does this thing have?
Not far. If it's used in a room, a couple of miles at best.
And it's not possible to find out where the receiver is, right? That doesn't help at all. Damn.
I know all the hams in the area. None of them would hide that kind of thing in a lady's room. But I intercepted some strange Morse code last night. Long wave, just after 1800 hours. Someone knew. He said something about a girl who is now safe. He also said he'd be back in touch today at 1800 hours.
That could have been Reginald Boris.
A foreigner?
Yes. And apart from that, perhaps Old Fuller's murderer. And someone who wants to frame an innocent party.
And you want to stop that? Well, maybe there's a spark of decency in you yet.
Can we track down Reginald if he transmits again at 1800 hours?
Well, you bet. With directional antennas. I got one here. We'll have to build another one. We'll get his bearings from 2 different points, and then bang! We got him.
What do you need for it?
Oh, well, let me think. I've got a radio here. We can use that. I need a metal tube, a copper wire, at least a
Una
meter,
sbarra di metallo
and
e
you'll
un
need headphones and a compass to get the bearings right. You bring me that stuff, and I'll build you the direction finder. And hurry! There ain't much time till 1800.
1800 hours. That's 6 p.m., right?
Oh my god.
La... Ma dai, la mano si è compenetrata col cappello. Ok. Riuscirò a mettere insieme i pezzi di questo circuito direzionale, saremo in grado di localizzare la direzione. Ok, sfruttando la sua comunicazione radio. Mi servono una sbarra di metallo, del filo di rame, delle cuffie e una bussola.
That'll be just right for the directional transmitter.
Mm. No, qui non c'è nulla. Neanche qua c'è qualcosa. No. Filo di rame, cuffie e bussola. Cuffie,
I'll just borrow it.
bussola. E mi manca il filo di rame.
Alright then, I need the compass. I'll have to sacrifice the telescope. I don't have to call right now.
Però almeno non piove più. Ma sì, tagliamo cose su cose.
Alright then. There's no choice. We need to cut the wire.
Dai, siamo stati abbastanza veloci.
And? You got everything?
No, not yet.
Well, get going. Metal tube, bare copper wire, headphones and compass. Not much time till 1800.
I've got a cable here. Will that work instead of a copper wire?
No, you'll have to strip it.
I'll cut into the plastic insulation and pull it back carefully. And now I have a real nice piece of copper wire.
Adesso dovrei avere tutto.
Here are all the things for the direction finder.
Very good. I'll build it up right away. But, first the theory. You take the receiver down to the coast, somewhere near the hotel. You turn on the radio, I'll set everything up, and don't fiddle with it. Then you turn the antenna slowly and listen for where the Morse code signal is the loudest. Look at the compass and write down the bearings and degrees where the antenna is pointing.
Good.
I'll do the same here with my receiver. Then we'll plot the bearings on this here map. Transmitter's located where the lines cross, understand?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now let me get on with it.
Va bene.
Let's see.
Come faccio a muovermi?
Got it. Back to the junk shop.
And? Do you have a bearing?
Yes, sir. Bearing at 73 degrees.
Very good. My bearing is 90 degrees. Go on. Plot the bearings.
Ok.
Let's see. Your shop is here, and you had a bearing of 90 degrees. I was roughly here. This damn... Of course!
What is it?
A boat! Boris has got a boat. That's why no one here knows him, and why the police didn't find him. The lines cross a few hundred yards from the coast, about 2 miles to the east.
Good work. Now you need a boat. One of those lobster fishermen owes me a favor. You can use his.
And what should I do with it?
Sail out there, of course.
And serve myself up for a fight with Reginald Boris on his ship?
Didn't you hear the message? He plans on coming back into town again tonight, looking for you.
That's what he said? Huh, I must have missed that.
Well, go on then. You don't get many opportunities to be a hero.
I trust the police least of all. I'd rather get hold of the evidence of Angelina's innocence
Okay.
myself. And this time, it'll all be watertight.
Alla faccia della barchetta di Aragosto.
life jackets, a lifesaver, a few ropes, a buoy, and a gas can. Nothing of use at the moment. A wooden paddle that looks pretty heavy. Why would you need something like that on a sailboat? I'd rather leave it. It's clearly too unwieldy for me. A wooden paddle that looks pretty heavy.
Ok. Quante robe?
A frame sheet of handmade paper. You can hardly read the writing, and there's some kind of wildly painted lines over it. The road to El Dorado is written at the bottom. Isn't that in South America? A frame sheet of handmade paper. You can hardly read the writing, and there's some kind of... The road to El Dorado. A frame sheet of the road to El...
Sempre le solite cose. Cassetti.
The cover looks like
Pavimenti.
it's made of burl wood. But it can only be really a thin veneer. Otherwise it'd be too heavy and expensive. Let's see. Wow, this is a cool
Oui.
model. Huh. What have we here? A file titled Willow Creek. I don't believe it.
Ma Black Mirror.
Why the hell does Reginald Boris have pictures on his computer of a place where my mother regularly receives money? Something very strange is going on here.
Si è visto benissimo le schermate del gioco del primo capitolo.
Cardboard folder. It looks really new. There's an A on the front. Cardboard folder. Huh. What else have we got here? Photos of Angelina. Some of them are clearly quite old. She can't be more than 13 or 14 years old in this one. Here she is as a kid. Huh. A note. New York, Boston. Perhaps that's her route? Yes. This proves that Boris has been following her for a while. I'll take the folder.
Ok.
They're photos of me. They're all from yesterday, me walking around town. This is me leaving the store. And here I am going to the hotel. And here I am with Angelina in the diner. Huh. That picture's been taken through the window. That Reginald fella must have been creeping about the whole time. Huh. I'll take them. Even though they'll probably be of no use. The pictures of a big sailboat on a stormy sea. Maritime romanticism. There are hinges on one side of the frame. A safe.
Aha.
Hopefully it contains a few answers. Here's a windrose that you can turn. I guess the idea is the same as with Fuller's safe. But unfortunately, I don't have a stethoscope with me to listen to the mechanism. Nothing. I'll take it with me later. First, I need to find some more clues to what's actually going on here. What the hell? What links Boris with Willow Creek, and what's my mother got to do with it? That's an extremely new and expensive laptop. I'll take it with me later. What the hell? What links Boris with Willow Creek, and what's my mother got to do with it? Alright. A few maritime maps, tools, screws, measuring instrument, and... ah, a key.
Basta?
A framed sheet of handmade paper. You can hardly... The road to El Dorado is written... There are various photos of Angelina in this file, and a few of Boris's drawings. A transparency with some strange lines on it. Those are the photos of me and Angelina that Boris took. A transparency. It might fit. Let's see.
Mm. Come potrebbe funzionare sto coso? Eh? Vediamo. Non so minimamente il significato di queste cose. Mm. E non mi sta dando nessuna ipotesi come metterla.
It's not quite right.
Mm. Sedile.
A flip-up seat with a lock on it. Aha. That must be the ship's power generator. I guess the batteries are normally charged using a cable at the harbor. The generator's probably just meant for emergencies.
Mm.
The lamp is screwed to the ceiling. If it was just lying around
Ok.
somewhere, it might fall over in rough seas. Those are the photos of... There are various photos of Angelina in this file.
Mm. Eh, New New. No.
Nothing. A frame sheet. The road to El Dorado is written at the bottom. A frame sheet of handmade paper. You can hardly read the writing, and there's some kind of wildly painted lines over it.
Devo capire
The
meglio
road to
questo
El
font.
Dorado is written at the bottom. It might fit. Let's see.
Mm. Ah,
The foil fits perfectly. It shows a route around the southern tip of Africa. The route is
adesso
southwest,
vediamo.
south, southeast, east,
Mostra.
northeast, and northwest.
Non mi fa leggere. Allora. Sud-ovest, sud, sud-est, est. Nord-est e nord-ovest. Allora, sud-ovest. Giù sinistra, giù, sinistra destra, destra. Ok, sembrano abbastanza semplici. Fatta.
That was the right combination.
Eh no.
Huh. A ring with an eye-catching symbol on
Un
it.
floppy
Looks
disk.
a bit Celtic. A tree or something. It's not gonna help me, though. A floppy disk. Labeled with Biddeford and today's date. That looks more like a clue. I should have a look at what's on it straight away. If the disk doesn't contain any critical information, then I have to keep searching. Either way, I
Ha
should
un
get a move on it.
lettore?
I don't know how long Boris is gonna stay on land.
Sì.
There's nothing else in it. Damn, what's wrong now? The battery's dead, and there's no electricity on the boat. Alright, let's see if I can do something about that.
Benzina, benzina.
Huh. Completely dry. I need to pour in some gas. I don't know much about sailboats, but I think this thing is called the boom. That's the thing that smacks unwary people on the head, knocking them overboard.
Giù.
Somewhere here was...
Adesso gli serve un
Yes.
imbuto
Gas
e ce la fa da solo. Ok.
All right. Ready for the next try. Very good, but also quite loud. Hopefully no one can hear the noise on land.
Ah,
Huh. Let's see if there's anything on this disc that shed some light on what's going on.
quanto rumoroso però.
Mrs. Michael's medical records? What the... Mrs. Rebecca Michaels. Second and third degree burns on the
Presente incidente d'auto.
legs, fractured back, partial cervical fraction, blah blah blah. Due to a bad fall.
Ah, non me lo
These injuries
dire.
were 1973. Right after the car crash. Rather an alleged car crash. How does Reginald Morris hold with my mother's medical records? Does he know her from her time in England? I'll deal with that later. Let's try and work out the Angelina thing first. Angelina. Hey, it's a store. And there's someone standing in the shadows. It's Mr. Biber. He must have found out about the blackmailing and then lost it. And there's Angelina. She's going into the store. Oh, this is the proof. Fuller was already dead when
Che succede?
Angelina arrived at the store. But Boris saw that Biber had murdered Fuller, and he must have called Angelina and then the police afterwards. Why did he get her arrested? Was she in the way? In his search for mother?
Ha! Good evening, Mr. Michaels.
Aia,
You! Stay away from me!
così, un busto?
Such a small boat, wouldn't you say?
What do you want from me?
It's all very
Come?
complicated, believe me.
Siamo
We have
morti.
enough time to clear it up. We're both going on a little
Siamo morti.
I don't think so.
Quindi ci tocca rifare da... Ah no,
Damn it!
carica. No. E comunque così si muore male. Meno male che c'è il salvataggio automatico.
Talk about this? No.
Va bene, cominceremo a morire spesso.
Can't we talk about this?
No.
Suppongo che si salva qui. Ok. Quella sera stessa. C'è però l'audio.
It was really brave of you to take
Yeah. Well, I actually had no choice.
L'audio del gioco, per favore.
The most important thing is the disc was still okay. You saved me.
I just wish they'd caught Boris.
He'll resurface soon enough.
I should have gone back for it. The boat wouldn't go any faster. Still, you would actually wanted for this. And if you fly back to England on your own, who's gonna watch out for you then?
Oh, it's nice of you to worry. I helped him. And Boris seemed to be after you and your mother, right? What's going to happen to me?
I still wish you'd stay here. So that I could come with you.
But we've been through this already. You have to stay here with your mother until she gets better. You become invisible in a few weeks. By then I'll know more about the mysterious
E che
creature.
cavolo.
What? What do you mean?
I'm going to investigate. Willow Creek, Legend of Boris, about the time your mother was at the castle.
Si
Listen,
baciano,
you're
si
not gonna do that.
baciano.
Please, keep out of this.
But I'm a historian. Digging into the past is just what I do. Don't worry, Dad. I'm going to miss you. Anyway,
Qualche
I
giorno
know who
dopo.
can save me if I get into trouble.
Corri, scappa, Nemesis.
Darren?
Huh?
They just called from the hospital. You should get over there straight away.
My mom.
Mr. Michaels? It's, the doctor would
E
like
che
to speak
cavolo.
to you.
Has something happened?
Just go through, please.
Darren,
È morta.
Where's my mom?
Your mom's heart failed this morning.
What? No, that's impossible.
I really am very sorry.
Mom!
Allora,
Hello, this is Rebecca Michaels. Unfortunately, I'm not at home at the moment. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you. Darren? Darren, are you there? He's here, Darren. Reginald Boris is here. I went
e
to
niente.
Whitbridge. I couldn't resist. Please forgive me.
Qui
I found
portiamo
out a few
sfiga
things about this
manetta.
place. It seems there's something like a conspiracy here, and I think Reginald Boris is part of it. I saw him today, and now... No, go! Ah! Darren! Help me!
Hello? Hello? Angelina!
Ma no, che succede? Era lì Mr. Baffetti. Però la vendita del gioco si è alzato un po' troppo rispetto al... E ce ne andiamo dal main per andare a Willow Creek.
Wakey, for that.
Ah,
Wakey, we're there.
So, this is it. The one and only hotel in this godforsaken place. I had to change trains in
Vediamo.
London and then sit for another 45 minutes in a cab. And now here, in the middle of nowhere. The village of Willow Creek itself is a bit further down the road. But I ought to take a look around here first. Angelina must have checked into this hotel. The ivy must be at least 100 years old. It's already climbed up the whole building. Shame that I don't have to secretly get up to the first floor. The ivy would be an ideal ladder substitute. A large bird bath made from imitation marble. It's full of water and I can't see a damn bird for miles.
Ho ora di
Now,
beccare
does a
tanti
bird bath
ricordi in
in a land
universo.
where it rains constantly actually make sense?
Gordon's Palace.
A wet, uncomfortable, and somewhat shabby-looking wooden bench
No,
with the paint slowly
non
flaking
così
off it.
tanti, anche se ci assomiglia parecchio.
The bench is wet. I'm not sitting there.
Alright.
Oh, a new guest. Welcome to Gordon's Palace. My name is Murray.
Hello. I'm looking for a young woman who's spending some time here. Maybe you've seen her?
Yes, maybe I have, but maybe I haven't. You have to understand, this is a discreet
Okay.
hotel. I can't talk about my guests.
So, she's a guest here.
As I said
Sì.
already,
Ok.
a discreet hotel.
Almost dead, one could say.
It's off season right now. It'll get busier. This is the best hotel in Willow Creek and a place with history. This was once the sanatorium of the dreaded Robert Gordon, the Dr. Frankenstein of Willow Creek.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, yes. He was the uncle of Samuel Gordon, the maniac murderer. Everyone thought
Ma-
squeaky clean Sir Robert was a respectable doctor. But in reality, he conducted illegal experiments on the sanatorium's patients. Very nasty goings on.
And then someone thought it would make a great hotel.
Of course, of course. Immediately after the murders 12 years ago, the tourists came in throngs. They wanted to see everything. But where could they stay the night? There wasn't a hotel. So, I bought this building. The patients were taken away straight after the incident, of course. Some also escaped. So, anyway, I bought the house, had it renovated, and now it's the best hotel in the place. How many nights did you say you wanted?
Actually, I just wanted to know if you've seen this young lady. Her name is Angelina Morgan.
Now, I can't talk to strangers about
Alla
guests.
faccia.
The hotel's reputation, you see.
I see. And if I were a guest myself, then...
Then, of course, we could have a little chat about who else has a room here at the moment.
Alright then. A room, please. For, let's say, 2 nights to start with.
Very well. That'll be £90.
So, what about Angelina? Is she here?
The young lady checked in here a few days ago. Room 13, right next to yours, sir.
Ok.
However, I haven't seen her since yesterday morning.
Thank you. Room 13, that's down this corridor?
Yes, sir, your room is number 12. You do, of course, understand that I can't let you into the lady's room. As you know, the hotel has a reputation to uphold.
Huh. This takes me a step closer. I know Angelina was here. Perhaps I'll find some clues as to what she found out, and who didn't like it.
Come?
What the? A cheap plastic mask of Samuel Gordon. Toy knife with bloodstained blade. And the worst thing is that you can bet that some of my fellow humans actually buy this stuff. And what's this thing? Lights up in... I'd rather chop my hand off than buy this plastic crap from China and speed up global warming and the demise of mankind. And what's this thing supposed to be? Huh. The original soul key. Summon dark forces and scare the pants off your friends. Lights up in 3 different colors. Gruesome sound effects. Hellish fun. Batteries not included. I can't get my head around it.
Ok.
A stand with what looks like tasteless postcards from tourists. They show either pictures of the village or blood-stained knives. Here's one with a screaming woman on it. Huh. Willow Creek. I was here and survived. Willow Creek makes your blood freeze. Willow Creek, home of murderers. Unbelievable. A whole row of old-fashioned lockbox. A whole row of old... A classic dark brown leather armchair. Until I found Angela. Huh. A bottle of schnapps. Maybe I could grab it while Murray's not looking.
Coltello.
Murray seems to have just been eating something. I'm guessing that he's the only employee in his hotel. He
Carrello
can't just go and
crocodilo.
leave his position at the counter to go and eat. The knife hasn't been used. I'll take it. Maybe I can still find a use for it.
Verso le stanze.
It's probably crockery.
Andiamo.
It's one of those things
Sì,
they use in big hotels to
decisamente
carry cases on.
Abbiamo già visto.
I find it rather hard to imagine them having hotel porters here. If at all, that thing was... Room 13. That's Angelina's room.
Molto
That's my
bene.
room, number 12. First I'll get rid of this rucksack, and then I need to find a way to get into Angelina's room. That's better.
Allora, se l'orientamento è corretto, allora questa dovrebbe essere la stanza dove si entrava da
That's
solo,
my room. Like all the rooms here are converted
mentre
cell.
questa era la
It
stanza quella
doesn't really feel
dell'amico
all that friendly, and it's
che
rather
parlava
uncared
dall'altra
for.
parte.
Apart from the price, there's nothing much here that's first class. I'm not gonna allow myself a nap while I still haven't found Angelina. Let's see.
No?
A few crime stories, poetry collections, fairy tales, horror stories. Just
Sono
the
un
thing
attimo
for a
impazzito.
relaxing night in a hotel. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna have one of those. A whole load of good books. A whole load of good...
Giornale.
A wooden clock with a glass cover and some carving on it. Huh. What's that? The clock's just an imitation. It can't be wound up. Probably a cheap electronic clock with batteries. There's a newspaper lying on the glass table. Maybe a service for the guests. Oh no, can't be. The
Posaci.
paper's already several weeks old. probably so little going on here that Murray hardly ever gets back here to tidy up. Nothing's older than yesterday's paper, but I don't have to read it. I think I'll just take a few pages. The idea is very much that you sit yourself in this armchair, read one of the books from over there, while quietly smoking a pipe
Prendiamo i
or a cigar.
fiammiferi.
Judging by the ashtray, it looks like that hasn't happened for some time, though. It's sparkling clean. There's only a box of matches lying in it. The idea is very much that you sit yourself in this armchair, read one of the books from over there, judging by the ashtray. Allardyce matches. Sounds like there's still a few in here.
Ok, ha confermato che non è niente di interessante.
Strange. The wall doesn't look like it belongs here. Looks temporary to me. It's pretty dark back there, but it looks like the passage simply hasn't been renovated. I'd like to get perhaps Murray ran. Huh. No. I don't think there's anything of interest. Angelina's room's locked. I need to get hold of the key somehow. No, I'm not doing that. Definitely not. I'm not a...
Facciamo così. Noi ci fermiamo adesso qua. Ce ne abbiamo
Thanks for the chat, Murray.
5.
My pleasure.
Ok. Allora, io ringrazio tutti voi di essere passati qua. Spero di avervi fatto compagnia. Spero che il gioco vi sia intrigato ancora un po'. Io adesso vi lascio in compagnia di Crostatino e vi auguro una buona notte. Se tutto va bene ci vediamo domani mattina. Poi vi dirò novità riguardo la settimana. Ok?